Just give the word and we'll get underway.
Restart collective space. Hold while we scan your ship. Alright, you're good. Welcome to Aquila City.
Landing side looks clean. Let's set it down.
It's something I'm interested in.
How can I be of service, Captain?
Your ship's not half bad.
Word to the wise, avoid the stretch. A special package.
Hold it. By order of Marshal Daniel Blake, I need to inform you we've got some trouble at Gal Bank. Folks might be in danger, so you may want to steer clear. It's just behind me on the right. The place is on lockdown, so you should steer clear unless you can help out. Guess that'd be the Marshal's call. Frankly, it ain't going well. Looks to be a stalemate. Maybe a little outside help would do some good.
Stay where I can see you, Marshal. Everyone stays in front of the building. You got me?
There's something I need to
If you make a move toward the building...
Sam has told me. Aquila City. I feel as though I've lived here all my life.
Like who?
Not you, not one of your rangers, and not these city guards neither.
I'm sure things will turn out just fine.
To do with that?
You need to stand back now. I don't mean to be rude, but I don't know you. Now please, stand back. I wish I could say you were wrong, but I'm backed into a corner here. Some folks from the Shaw gang tried to rob the place, but they got spotted by a guard. They took everyone inside hostage, and now they're keeping a watch so we can't move against them. They're using the intercom to communicate. They won't talk to me. Say they don't trust the badge. They want a neutral negotiator. In other words, they didn't have a plan for this, so they're stalling while they come up with one. All right, I'm willing to allow that. But a few things first. Say what you have to, but whatever they ask for, there's no way in hell I'm giving it to them. Also, there are lives at stake, so don't get cavalier. Find out what they want, and then report back to me.
I sincerely hope you know what you're doing.
Hey, you in the bank. I'm sending in a negotiator, so don't shoot.
Hands where I can see him, and don't try nothing.
Security around here is a joke.
You're the negotiator, huh? If you think you're just gonna walk up here and get us to surrender, you're dead wrong. It's Jed. Jed Bullitt. Well, ain't you polite? So tell me, stranger, how do I know you're gonna deal straight with us? I don't know you, so why should your word mean anything to me? I ain't buying it. Whoa! Take it easy there. I'm so ready to get out of here. Okay, I can see you're not just the Marshal's tool. You want what we want. A nice, happy ending where nobody gets hurt. So let's talk. We want to guarantee a safe passage to the spaceport and a ship. We'll drop the hostages off somewhere safe in the system. After that, we'll radio back where they are, and the Marshal and his crew can come and get them. But if anybody follows us when we break orbit, we start shooting people. Got it? What, you think we want to stay locked up in here? Hell no! Oh, hell, the Freestar Rangers have got ships. They can give us one of them. This whole damn job's gone wrong. It was supposed to be just a quick hit. Clean and simple, you know? So let's all try to keep our heads, yeah? Because my guys, they're going crazy in here. I don't know how much longer we can last. You do that.
Those guys are scared. I can tell. I heard every word. He's talking too loud. Sign of fatigue. All that fear and exhaustion are taking a toll. They're not thinking straight. That puts us in a very precarious position. Yeah, you're right. You gave those boys a chance. But now they have to lie in the bed they made. Problem is, they're keeping me and the guards in sight at all times. If we try to move against them, they'll see us coming. What do you want? Credits? Fine, if that's what it takes to end this. I'll do it. But those credits better buy me a guarantee that the hostages will come out safe and unharmed.
I was hoping money wasn't the only reason you'd undertake this risk, but I suppose it's your right to be compensated for the risk you're taking.
Now, I see two ways we can play this. You could ask to see the hostages. Once you're inside, you can make your move. If you're quick, I think you can take them out before they have a chance to respond. But you'll have to shoot to kill. There's also a back door. Most of their attention's focused out front here, so they may not be watching it as closely. This key should unlock it.
There's something I need to talk to you about.
I'm sure everything will turn out just fine.
The Shaw gang's making fools of us all.
I have an important personal decision to make, but I need to discuss something with you first. Phew, thank you. So, where to start? Before I was with the Navigator Corps, I was career military, part of the United Colonies Navy. When the Colony War broke out, I was posted as the chief navigator on a warship, the Dauntless. Well, the position didn't last long. There was a particularly bloody battle. We were fighting over a world in the Eta Cassiopeia system. Worst fighting I'd ever seen. We lost 12 ships that day. 12. Including my own. No. This is important. I need to tell you this. The ship was barely intact. The captain and first mate died the previous day, which put me in command. A shrewd captain would have called for the crew to abandon ship, but I was so angry. I wanted to stay. I needed to fight. I believe you, but you haven't heard the worst of this. We fought for hours, but the damage was fatal. I gave the order to abandon ship and the crew piled into the escape shuttle. As the shuttle launched, I could see it was damaged. I heard screams before the radio cut. The last thing I saw, they were spiraling helplessly towards the planet's surface. There was nothing I could do. You're sorry. For me, if I hadn't been so stubborn, so eager to prove that I could handle command, my crew would have had more time to escape. Try telling that to their loved ones. When the dust settled, the United Colonies gave me a medal. Can you believe that? A damn medal. I never even had a chance to find the shuttle wreckage and give my crew a proper burial. That's true, but still, it doesn't erase the real issue here. Remember when you said no one but me would have pushed harder to keep the Navigator Corps going? Well, this time, pushing too hard cost lives. Don't you get it? Everything I do, everything I touch, somehow falls apart. That's why I'm worried about us. After everything you've heard, all my stories, you still have faith. No one's ever cared about me this much. Not even Aja. And I'll have yours. All right, partner. I suppose it's time we get back to work. Thank you for being there, for listening to me when I needed it the most. I'll never forget this. I promise.
SSNN says that spacers and the fleet are getting worse. That's what they both
That's something you might be interested in.
What the hell?
Take him down!
Thank you so much.
Now I have two heroes, Solomon Coe and you.
We owe you everything.
Stop! In the name of the law! Amira Wolf at the Low House could really use someone helpful like you. After the job you did with the bank, should be easy. By the authority of the Freestar Collective, stand down! You're coming with us. We'll be taking any contraband and stolen property you have on you.
I have things for you.
Break the law, you're good in my book.
Something to report?
There are two certainties in this universe. Death and eating at a Chunk's restaurant. And to be honest, death is almost preferable.
Nice work. I heard the fight. The hostages, are they safe? Is that so? Shame it had to come to that. But you got the job done and saved lives. Here, you've more than earned this. You got us out of a tough spot, and you did it with courage that's not common. As a matter of fact, you might just be Freestar Ranger material. If you're interested, head on over to the Rock and ask for Emma Wilcox. She handles the new recruits.
Shimon, baby.
Marco! Are you alright? They didn't hurt you, did they?
It's okay. I'm okay. I just need a minute. The worst thing is, I could really see loving it here. We just need a chance.
The Rock isn't exactly massed, but as seats of government go, it's still quite an impressive structure.
Well done. Well done indeed.
When you have a moment. Yeah, what is it?
I trust you, but record streak. I'm only one
Okay.
My time is yours, should you?
This new one to... What?
Our new potential recruit. He's
Standing right here. Yeah, I said I know. I'm aware of his presence, have been since he walked in the door. I said what I said. I stand by it. And rookie, don't you dare let me down. We got a lot to prove around here.
A nod to the stars that align our paths. You're prompt. Good trait for a tracker. Anyhow, we can talk about punctuality or we can get down to business. I am Agent Number 1, or No One, if you prefer. It seems you've decided to entertain our offer. Good. Understandable. Becoming a full-fledged tracker is a daunting prospect. Perhaps then you would consider a trial run of sorts to see if this is something you wish to pursue. Do you have any questions before we proceed? Excellent. Before we accept you as an official tracker, you'll need to demonstrate competency in the field. To that end, I would like you to first accept the available bounty on the wanted display on the nearby wall, then report back to me.
You ever want to learn from the best? I'm a guy.
There are always more bounties to collect. After the Narian War, there were issues with extrajudicial vigilantism involving bounty hunting. The Trackers Alliance was formally established and sanctioned by the Freestar Collective and the United Colonies as a way to combat this growing problem. The governments of the settled systems hire us for our specialized skills and allow us to operate largely unhindered in exchange for holding us accountable. This mutual trust is rarely breached. Certainly, it's largely the same whether you're finding targets of opportunity with your scanner, taking on an elite tracker bounty mission, or going after a target of interest. After you've convinced your target to surrender, or subdued them through non-lethal force, you can register them with the system. Registering them lets either local law enforcement or a specialized tracker know to come transport them away. Yes, I won't go into the particulars, but even if you are in the furthest reaches of space, someone will eventually be directed to pick up your target. With someone on their way, your target would not get far. They will be charged with additional felonies. It would only be worse for them. We have trackers who specialize in prisoner escort entertainment, rather than what we're asking you to do. They have the ships and equipment required to ensure successful handoff to the appropriate authority. I can see why you would ask, but no. Criminals are punished by the justice system depending on their crimes. Some of those punishments can be harsh. Not everyone in the Alliance feels the same about the motto, as it's a bit of a holdover from older times. It's more of a tradition, and it serves as a reminder to never give up and pursue your targets to the end of the universe, so they can face justice one way or another. Our system works pretty well for us. I am no one, by design. There has always been and always will be an Agent Number 1 to lead us. Upon assuming the mantle, one loses all traces of identity, including all of one's records and history, even gender and voice. You can imagine, many would seek to do harm to one in this position. To protect family and associates, our identity is more than confidential. It is eliminated from existence. As a rank-and-file tracker, it is not a requirement, but it is advised, for the safety of those you know. For a leader such as myself, it is an absolute necessity for the safety of the entire organization. Know that to attain my position of leadership, it was a combination of deeds, competency, professionalism, and above all, trust. An agent takes on a more administrative role, whereas trackers primarily work in the field. Often, when time and age catches up with the tracker, they become an agent, as their experience and wisdom is valued, and they can be difficult to reassimilate into society. Both roles are equally crucial to our operation. Until you return.
What are you standing around for when there's fugitives on the loose? Hey, so, about earlier, when you first arrived.
And Roach hasn't been doing it nearly as long, right?
Right. You're not. Because when we're working together, you're going to follow my instructions so you can learn from a real professional.
When you've been doing this for way longer than he has.
Good. Glad we had this talk. Now let's get down to business. This Adrastos guy is our ticket to finding Hannibal. We find him, bring him in, and get the information out of him. Any questions?
That required me to do months of investigative work.
Sounds good. Adrastos was last sighted in town, so we're going to go out there and you'll use your scanner to find him. Once we do, we'll convince him to chat with us. By force, if need be. If you don't have any more questions, let's hit the road.
Okay, but between you and me...
Easy. I assume you've used your scanner to find resources? Well, it's like that. Except you'll be scanning people for active bounties. I'll even make it easy for you this time and let you know when I see him. But when you're on your own, no one will be there to hold your hand. Normally, you'd either kill your target or disable and arrest him. At that point, you'd put a tracking beacon on him and someone would be called in to take him away. But we're bringing this guy with us for this mission. I think we were given a bum deal. Hannibal has been on the wanted list for ages, and no tracker's been able to nab him despite many trying. But maybe Agent No One's expectations are low, and they just want to see how you handle a tough but low-stakes situation. For that, I guess it's perfect. I just wish they weren't intent on dragging my record down with it. Funny you ask. Until recently, no one even knew what he looked like. Despite his many crimes, he's managed to keep an exceptionally low profile. As you can imagine, it's hard to find someone when you don't know their face and can't find their base of operations. This is compounded by the fact that he never leaves a trace, and we never know when or where he'll strike next. The fact that we got info linking Adrastos to him is a damn miracle. It's the hope. He's our only lead at the moment. Now, if the question is, do I trust him? That's a different story. But again, we do what we can with the information we have. Ah, so you want to learn from the best. Well, let me tell you, all that matters in this line of work is that you get the job done. Sometimes that means skirting the law. It's usually on our side anyway. Alive or dead means you've got a choice. Don't get too hung up on it. Always go with whatever guarantees success. No sense bringing morality into it. These people are wanted criminals on the run from justice. Last thing, competition is a strong motivator. That's how I got where I am today. It's good and all you want to get to know me, but I don't see how it's going to help us right now. Let's focus on the mission first. It'll tell us more about each other than any small talk ever could. And if you still want to know more, we can talk when we get back. Don't get yourself killed out there. Okay? Drastos is likely wandering the streets around here somewhere. Open up your scanner and look for anyone with a bounty. We may need to check other areas of the city, but it's bound to be.
We'll take it from here.
Some make it seem like he built the whole damn Freestar Collective by himself.
I'm sure some of the tales grew in the telling, but no one denies he found Cheyenne. And set up his camp not far from here. Aquila City was his baby.
I don't buy it, though. The United Colonies wouldn't let some ragtag settler stake a business.
People joke. Say those Baroon zealots worship a snake. Let me tell you, ain't a snake. My brother-in-law just got back from 2 weeks in Paradiso. The place looked amazing, but... if I have to look at one more vacation photo... I'm gonna clean his clock.
So you want to come here for a half day? Full day?
A half day.
Don't be cheap. They keep saying they've changed. Maybe I should...
Could I get a digital copy of the things I buy here?
No.
What? Why not?
I thought it was difficult. Space is a great information.
You expecting me to jump down after you? This doesn't really look like much of a zoo, more like a sideshow attraction.
Step right in, ma'am, and feast your eyes on the marvelous attractions of Honest Earl's Alien Extravaganza.
You want to stop here for a drink? I can assure you there are much nicer and safer establishments in Midtown or the Core.
Screw that. Freestar takes care of their own.
I am one of those who needs a lot of money or possessions to feel good about my life.
Everything good? We're here to help.
Over there. Tourist?
I give him 3 minutes before the smell chases him out.
That's a genuine stretch of the nostrils there. The sign of warning.
As long as they stay clear of that, yeah. If I end up on some far-off planet and I hear my own voice.
I wish we had more cultural institutions in Akitas.
I talked to my insurance and they said they don't cover that kind
Nice job. There.
That's it. Just scan.
Zeroing in on anything useful?
Okay.
Hey, can I help you? You know, he would be pretty pissed if he knew I squealed. Who knows what he'd do to me? I might take you up on that offer. If I'm picking up what you're laying down, you could probably make some of those charges go away if I cooperate, huh? Maybe I can. Maybe I can't. Doesn't mean I want to share anything I know with you. You really need to work on your technique, you know that? You couldn't convince a beggar to take a loaded cred stick.
I bet I could convince you to take my boot up your ass. Start talking, or we'll find out.
Wow, okay, yeah. See, that guy's good. You should learn from him. So you're looking for Hannibal, right?
Tell us where he is, now. If your intel's good, maybe we won't throw you to the ash dump.
What are you, an echo? I got it. Truth is, Hannibal could be anywhere. I don't know how to tell you where he is.
I don't believe you. You better start spilling more.
But I know where to find his chop shop. Look, I'm not dumb enough to lie to trackers. I know what's at stake. It's an old abandoned star yard in the Andromos system. Andromos 4A to be exact. Surrounded by a field of giant space rocks. Can't miss it. Actually, you can. That's kind of the point.
Great. You're coming with us then. You run, you die. You cause a commotion, you die. You so much as sneeze without asking.
I die. I think I get it. Well, what are we waiting for? To the chop shop.
Right. Hey, rookie, a word? Normally, you'd register Drastos with the system and leave him bound for someone to come pick him up. But we need him to tag along with us. Now, if we show up in my ship, we'll lose the element of surprise. I'd rather keep our cards close to our chest. Gives Hannibal less chance to escape. Yeah, I've got one all right. See, the last guy I took in wound up dead and unknowingly donated his ship. It's a nice ride, and parts are valuable. We'll use that. Drastos here is going to help us on the comms as we approach.
Oh, I am?
Or he'll find himself in deep space without a suit. He's going to play it as if he jacked a ship and brought it to be chopped up. And he's going to do it without giving it away that we're on board because he knows what'll happen if he does.
As I was saying, I'm going to do just that.
Great. Let's get to it then. The ship's parked at the spaceport. You'll be the one in the pilot seat so I can keep an eye on our good buddy Adrastos. Let's wrap this one up nice and quick.
Kill for a cup of coffee right about now.
If you're looking to stay, we'll zone in on this.
That doesn't sound good.
He used to be an actuary. Now look at me.
This is not how I thought my day would go, but it could be worse. Am I right?
orbital pattern locked in. Switching over to standard engines. Landing initiated. Watch your flaring.
From what I'm seeing, this world has all the essential building blocks to support life. I picked up something you might be interested in.
Should be right around here. You should expect them to hail you. When they do, keep your yaps shut and let me do the talking, or else they'll know something's up.
And there won't be any funny
Hey, you the courier.
tip-offs,
Smuggler says he passed you the package.
messaging, because the Drastos here knows
That was
what
my
happens
package you
to
stole.
unprotected
Which means you owe.
space.
Credits or your life.
Yeah, I've heard.
Your choice.
All right, shall we?
All right. You're good then. But don't make a habit out of taking my work.
I can't even imagine to tell you the number of inhospitable worlds like these that I've visited. I've never had the stomach for big industry. All they care about is making money.
Pressure holding. Taking cruise mode. Apogee kick complete. Orbit steady.
That's far enough. Hailing frequencies are open. State your business or move along.
Hey, it's me, Adrastos. Am I coming in?
Loud and clear, Mr. Dakota.
Perfect. Look, I just lifted this sweet ride from some poor sap in Aquila. I need to bring it into the shop. You got room?
She's a beaut, all right. We'll get those numbers filed off, and then we'll decide if we want to keep her as is or strip her for parts. Bay 1 is almost free. You're clear to dock with it. See you on the inside.
See, look at that. Smooth and easy as Chunk's pie.
We'll see. Make sure you're suited up and ready for anything, rookie. Easy part's over. Expect resistance once we get inside. Something tells me they're not going to take kindly to us.
Probably not. Hey, what about me?
About you? You're staying right here on board.
Airlock integrity looks good.
So no one can get in or out. You know, just in case you were hoping for your friends to help you. Me and my partner will go in and grab Hannibal. We'll be back before you know it.
Sounds like you got it all figured out. I'd say good luck, but that doesn't exactly work in my favor, so... I don't know. Don't have too much fun without me? Yeah, sure. We'll go with that.
Okay, rookie. Remember, they shoot at us, that's on them. They chose their fate. It's open season on assholes. It's my preference to take Hannibal alive. He's more valuable that way. But if it comes down to it, we'll do what we gotta do. Let's go get him. fire it and punch a hole through to the other side. Since the loading bay door is sealed shut, it might be our only chance. If I recall the layout of the station from the outside, it should give us access to the docking bay. And there's only a slight chance it'll jettison us into space. I'm willing to take the risk. Just keep your eyes and ears open. I'll try to give you some instructions to help you out, but ultimately, this is your mission. I'm following you. If they shoot at you, return fire. I'll back you up.
Yes?
I'm sure they had something we can use.
That's it. Lockers in the living quarters, I assume. I love dealing with spacers. They make it so easy sometimes.
if they've got any weapons or ammo.
Time to crack that sucker open and fire that missile. all you got! Oh, come on! Come on! Get out of your hair!
Don't shoot! I give up! Whoa, whoa, whoa! Hold up! You got the wrong guy! I'm not Hannibal, I swear! I just work for him! I ain't lying! I'm telling you the truth! For real now! I ain't him! It's like this, see? Hannibal rarely goes out. But when he does, he goes under an assumed identity and leaves me in charge. Sometimes it's Adrastos, sometimes it's Chase, Jackie, Scotty, whatever. He's got 100 of them. It's one of the reasons he never gets caught. I'm just Deke. Deke Hansen.
Motherfuck. I don't want to believe him, but it makes sense.
I ain't sure there's any parts about this you'd consider good. Whole reason he does this is in case someone comes looking for him. He's gotta have at least a couple dozen other contingency plans even I don't know about.
Luckily, Adrastos, Hannibal, whoever the hell he is still on our ship. He didn't think that part through. What do you want to do with this guy? Your call, rookie. For what it's worth, I don't remember ever seeing a bounty for a Deke Hansen. You got it. We only get paid to bring back the bounties, not every criminal on the streets.
Hello, trackers. By now you've probably found my associate Deke and learned that he is not in fact me, and that I am not who I said I was. Darn it, I know, right? Anyway, if you look out the window, you can see I'm taking your beautiful ship. Thanks, by the way. But don't worry, I won't leave you stranded. I'm not that bad a guy. You'll find a container nearby with a key to an old junker that should hold up long enough to get you home. I've left you some other goodies too, just so there's no hard feelings. It should unlock now. As for me, I think I'm out of the stolen ship business after this, so I won't trouble you anymore. So long, and thanks for playing.
Almost makes it hard to hate him. Almost. Oh, we gotta get back to HQ. Let's see what he's left us and hope he's not luring us into a death trap.
Damn, he wasn't kidding. This thing looks like it can barely fly. Still, that Hannibal is something else. Could have marooned us and left us to starve. At least we could get home.
Jump drives restored. Pressure normalizing. Undocking complete.
All weapons have returned to
Our
full
shields are
functionality.
repaired, Captain.
I have things for you.
I don't want to hear it.
Sorry. Spaceport's always.
Evening, sir.
Things for you.
Welcome back, recruit. I assume your return means you have successfully completed your mission. But where is Hannibal?
I'll let you say it, rookie.
Understood. In your evaluation, Roach, was it a flaw in the plan or the execution?
Neither. It was a failure of intel. We could only act on the information we had, and since the intel was bad, everything else went sideways. I'll fill you in later, but I suspect that was also somehow Hannibal's doing.
More importantly, Roach, how do you evaluate your partner's performance?
Even if we didn't catch our target, Rookie here did a good job. I stood back and advised. Rookie did most of the work. They'd make a good tracker.
I trust your endorsement, Roach. With that, your assessment is complete. Roach believes you did well. Welcome to the Trackers Alliance. Other bounties on the display will now be available to you, as will the downstairs lounge. There, you will find the Elite Bounty Board, with tougher missions, as well as other amenities and resources. Lastly, you will choose a call sign. This is how other trackers will know you within the Alliance. It will obfuscate your identity and keep you safe. It is affirmed. Henceforth, you shall be known among trackers as Raven.
What are you standing around for when there's fugitives on the loose?
Yeah, you tracked glided all over my damn floor again earlier.
Yes, that was likely me.
Well, Well, could you not? Tired of cleaning up after you. I mean, look at you now.
Leave no quarter. Show no mercy.
You clearly know how to clean up after yourself.
Look what the Astra dragged in.
Well, maybe I don't make any promises to give you a clean glass to drink out of. How's that for you?
My time is yours, should you need it.
Come to get some old school perspective?
Well, you're a new face. Ain't every day we get fresh meat for the grinder. What do we call you, Tracker? Raven, huh? Where have I heard that before? There's like some old 500-year-old story or something, right? Supposed to be spooky. Cool. Well, what can I get for you, Raven? Oh, where are my manners? They call me Two-Shot, or even Touche for short. Used to be a tracker in the field like you. But I traded in gunslinging for slinging drinks. I sell drinks to wet your whistle and other provisions you may need out there. So what'll it be? You know it, Sunshine. Who do you want to know about? Suit yourself. Stay safe. I can't serve the dead.
You must harden yourself against doubt, or succumb to its woes.
I miss tracking, but hanging around here is just as good. How about that? We got a new tracker in the building. Name's Stash, and I'm more than just a pretty face. You ever need my help, you can step right over here to my little corner and we can talk shop. Whether it's for business or pleasure, that's up to you. Lucky you. I just finished working on some new stuff I think you'll like. Hold on now. You don't have that many Astras. But when you do, I'll be glad to oblige with your equipment request. Astras for gear. Good deal if I ever heard one. No problem. Lay it on me. Hey, good luck catching bad guys out there.
I've danced this dance with death for long. Do you know it like I do?
Hey, Raven, I brought in another couple bounties. Hope you're keeping up. You ever want to learn from the best? I'm your guy. Bruh, you haven't even started. We don't count anything you may have done for the freelance bounty boards. Don't get yourself killed out there.
Alliance is strong and getting stronger by the day. Leave no quarter, show no mercy.
Hey, Tank, how you doing there? Racking up a lot of bounties.
Watch more than you speak.
Not as much as you, bud. Still trying to get the hang of things. Plus, oh, hey! I heard we were getting a new tracker. Nice to meet you. Call me Tank, 'cause there ain't no stopping me. I'm new around here too, but if you've ever seen me run the Red Mile, you know I'm not just blowing smoke. Anyway, hit me up if you want to swap pointers, or just shoot the shit, you know? Hasta luego, my friend.
Tracker, I'm pleased you chose to join us. Call me Inevitable. Leave no quarter.
Good work out there. But don't let it go to your head, or you'll end up like me.
I've been thinking about getting back out there. Hunting again.
Oh, you know that I value your work as an agent. You've helped us recruit some quality candidates. You're certain about this?
I believe so. I want to take advantage of the time I've got while I still...
You're carrying too many odds and ends.
I will still continue my duties as an agent.
That's such a way. Who am I to stop you?
I do. Thank you for understanding. And for your blessing.
Welcome, Tracker.
I'm gonna be a soccer star.
15-minute warning. Need a mosquito, Mom.